Hello, Mount Zion UCC. My name is Matt Grimes. Our pastors have asked me to do some cooking, to talk a little bit about what we're eating here at Team Grimes HQ during all of this. So I decided we're going to do one of our Sunday morning favorites. We call it our Sunday morning comfort bowl. Kind of reminds me of a nice diner bowl that you might get with, some potatoes and bacon and eggs and all the good stuff. We're going to do a little twist on it because we're keto here at Team Grimes. So for all you guys out there doing keto, this one's for you. I'll also talk about how to do it just kind of the regular way. Okay, so for the comfort bowl, we're going to start with some delicious bacon. And this we got, I like this. I found this at Wise. This is Nell's Bacon Ends. So I like these because it's kind of irregularly cut. Doesn't matter because we're going to dice it up. Then we've got this, we're going to be using radishes. Now, normally if you're going to do this non-keto, you'd be using some potatoes. I'll talk about that while we're making it later, but we use radishes here in place of tomatoes. We've got some red onion, we've got some red pepper, obviously some eggs, and then we finish it off with some avocado at the end of it all. So, and then we'll also do some baby tomatoes sliced up for color. That'll be delicious. So come with me on this journey. Okay, starting off, quick tip for all you home cooks out there, and this is something that people in the restaurants and some people who have been cooking a while do all the time. Anytime they're cooking, you take your cutting board, put a nice wet towel underneath that because that's going to keep your cutting board from sliding around out there. So notice once we've got that under there, that's rock solid. So that's just a quick tip for you. Then we're going to start by doing some mise en place. We're going to get everything chopped up first. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with our red onion. We're going to slice that in half, and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how to do a quick dice with a red onion. So if you cut across about a third of the way down, and then again about a third of the way down through the onion, and then cut down a few times across the top, and what you'll do is end up with a nice, easy, consistent diced red onion. Okay, so we're going to start with a cold pan. We're going to be doing this here on our portable cooktop, but if you're doing it at home, stovetop, obviously. I like to use a cast iron. You can use a regular stainless steel if you want, or if you, in a pinch, you could do something with a short-sided non-stick pan. So we're going to start with a cold pan. Like I said, cast iron. We'll fire this up, get this going, and then we'll throw in our bacon that we diced up earlier. So this is going to be about a pound of bacon. Listen, I'm not afraid of it. That's all I'm saying. So we're going to take this out later, so don't worry about crowding the pan. We're going to be cooking this for a while. Again, this is a Sunday morning breakfast. You're going to get up early. Everybody's going to be sleeping, and this is going to be a crowd pleaser when they get up. This is a Sunday morning situation. You're going to fire this in the pan, walk away from it, come back every 7 minutes or so to stir it. The nice thing about this is a couple things are going to happen. Number one, Sunday morning, everybody else is sleeping. By now they have smelled all of this delicious bacon happening, and I can guarantee you that's going to motivate some folks. You could do an applewood smoked bacon. That would be delicious. You'll notice right now that we have a lot of grease in the bottom of this. Here's the situation, folks. You can save some of this, or if you're like me, you know what? We're just going to use it all because it's going to be yummy and delicious. So next goes the radishes right in there. So we've got the bacon pulled out, and that is right now draining out. We're draining the fat out of there. That's going to crisp up as it sits. Now we're going to spend a little time letting the radishes go. That's going to take about another, I don't know, we'll say probably another 15 minutes. Again, it's Sunday morning, folks. This is a slow cooker. You're going to stand back, you're going to hang out, you're going to drink a couple cups of coffee. While all this is happening, pop in, pop out. This isn't something you have to stay with. But really what we're doing is we're building flavor. Okay, so it's been about 8 minutes or so. We turned the heat up to about a high, medium high to high. We cooked off the radishes in that bacon grease. Luckily, bacon grease has a pretty high smoke point, so don't be afraid to go with it. We're going to drain this out of here in just a second because we don't need all of that. But let me tell you, it is delicious, and we'll make this fantastic. So, set those to the side. We'll pour off some of our grease over here. So we've left ourselves about a tablespoon in there or so. We're just going to throw the onions right in there. So the thing I like about this is, one pan, you can have all this chopped up, ready to go. You're just using the one pan for cooking. And again, this is kind of a Sunday morning comfort bowl. So you can throw your peppers in there with it if you want to use peppers. If peppers isn't something that you're interested in, you know, some people don't like peppers. I do this without when I don't have them. Not a big deal. While that's going, get those going for about a minute or so. Get them nice and fragrant. Then we can throw in, I like a lot of garlic. I'm not going to lie, that's probably three cloves of garlic. You can omit it if you don't like garlic. But personally, I like it. Also, what we're going to do is, since the radishes came out, we're going to hit those with a little salt and pepper while they're here, cool them off. Hid that from myself. Okay, so it's been about another 5 minutes that the onions and peppers have been going. So now we're going to throw the radishes back into it. We're going to mix that around a little bit. Get all those flavors together. After we've got everything mixed together, now we're going to pull it out. These flavors are going to sit. They're going to blend while we finish it up. This will give you an opportunity to throw it in bowls if you're doing a couple batches. If you like, you can pop it in the oven to keep it warm. I find that just leaving it on the counter keeps it just fine until I finish up with the eggs. So we're going to pull all of this out a little bit. A little bit of that reserved bacon grease I pulled out earlier. I'm going to throw it back in there because that's how we're going to cook our eggs.
How many eggs do you actually want?
So generally for one portion, I'm going to do 2 eggs. We'll do 2 bowls this morning. So go ahead and get our eggs going. So while that's cooking, we'll grab some bowls and get everything together. Okay, so we've got our eggs cooking. Generally when I do this, Tammy likes her eggs over easy. I like mine sunny side up, so we'll do both of those today. Tammy's biggest concern is that her eggs are not slimy. One tip I will say, I love this. This is called a fish spatula. Not a lot of people have these. $7 for this spatula is fantastic. Gets right underneath anything you've got. It's really great. It's a fantastic tool that not a lot of people are aware of. I love mine and use it every day.
What's in the bowl?
What's in the bowl? Oh, so we've got the radish mixture in the bottom of this. Oh, doesn't slide around as much as my soap's up. We've got our eggs both sunny side up, and for Tammy, not slimy.
Thank you.
Then we're going to go ahead and top that with a little bit of the bacon. Throw some bacon on top of that. We're going to top that with some sliced tomatoes for color. If you want, you can hit this with a little bit of shredded cheese. If you want to do that, that would be fabulous. Then, generally, we'll top that with some sliced avocado. Unfortunately, it's a pandemic, and my avocados are not ready yet. So, one little product that I found that I really like are these little avocado cups. This is just pure mashed avocado. I get it at Sam's Club. I like it better than the guacamole because it's just avocado, so I'll use that in place of this, in place of the avocado. Just as fine, just as delicious. Hit that with a little bit of salt and pepper, and you made a breakfast comfort bowl, baby. I put it in 2 bowls, but you can easily get away with just 4 bowls or even 6 if you've got little kids.
I reluctantly say that's good. It's really good.
If there's something you guys want to see, let us know. If there's some techniques you want me to show you, if you have questions about stuff, let me know, and maybe we'll do a video for it.
This is really good.